Alright, Shalom. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah Qudash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth. Peace, love, and salutation unto the hopeful elect, kings and priests who are out there bringing out this word in sincerity and in all truth, patiently waiting for the return of our Lord and Savior Yahushai to come and to redeem us in a time of our trouble, Jacob's trouble, okay, and to redeem us from the four corners of the wind where we've been scattered, okay, as so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans who are the true Israelites, okay. We are the Lord's chosen people, okay, and Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is with us, okay. Shalom to the sisters and little ones who are also of that number, okay. Hey, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is with us. This will be another spotlight number 2, you know, as I'm starting, you know, get in the habit of doing, getting off work, you know, you just ponder on the scriptures, you know, that you heavily think, you know, you watch videos, you listen to certain things, and the Lord is always supping with you to give you some type of understanding because this word is what we ponder on, and it's what we think about, and it's what inspires us, and we bring it into our reality. And here in this spotlight number 2, I wanted to spotlight on how Jacob was met by the angels before he encountered his brother Esau, you know, and that's the same thing with us. You know, we're about to be encountered, all right, face to face, you know, when Esau comes down with great wrath, you know, it's going to be right in our face, man. And one thing that Jacob understood was, right, that he had the blessing, right, and that Esau always hated him because of the blessing. He had to run away, you know, and soon as the messengers were sent out, well, I'm going to just get into it, you know, because, you know, just for the duration of it, but it's beautiful. Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson to the point. This is Genesis 32:1. And Jacob went on his way. Hold on, Salakia. Turn my whip off. Salakia. Genesis 32:1. And Jacob went on his way, and the angels of the Most High met him. And Jacob saw them and said, "This is the Most High's host," and he called the name of that place Mahanaim. Now, in a span of time, I want to break all this down, you know, because I want to read all this through, okay, because it's going to build up into the point that I want, right? So, when Esau, before he was presented with his brother, the angels of the Lord met him. You know, they met up with Jacob, right? And Jacob saw them, and he said, verse 2, "This is God's host," right? Yahweh's host, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai's host, and he called the name of that place Mahanaim, if I'm pronouncing that right, which means 2 camps, right? You had the Lord's camp there, Salakia Itchem. You had the Lord's camp there, and you had Jacob's camp there, right? It says, "And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother unto the land of Seir, the country of Edom, and commanded them, saying, Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau. Thy servant Jacob saith thus, I have sojourned with Laban and stayed there until now. I have oxen and asses, flocks and manservants and womenservants, and I have sent to tell my lord that I may find grace in thy sight. And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, We came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him." You know, so 400 men was like, they band up with Esau. Why? Because in retaliation for the blessing. You know, and it's no different now. Esau, he brings this retaliation. Why? Because of the blessing. And Jacob knew that. That's why he was already giving his servants, told them how Jacob speaketh well concerning you, you know, because he wanted to pass through Seir, right? It says, Salakia. Where is this? I hate when these notifications pop up, but it says, verse 7, then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks and the herds and the camels into 2 bands, and said, if Esau come to the one company and smite it, Salakia, let me position this. Verse 8, and if Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape. And Jacob said, O God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, the Lord which saith unto me, return unto thy country and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee. I am not worthy of the least of all mercies and of all the truth which thou hast showed unto thy servant. For with my staff I pass over this Jordan, and now I am become 2 bands. You see, because Jacob is like, you told me to go back to the land. You know, you know, Jacob, basically, in a sense, as we keep reading, he's throwing the Most High's words in his face. You know, like you told, you know, but let me keep reading. Verse 11, deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he will come and smite me and the mother with the children, because that's Esau's manner. You know, there's a precept here, Psalms 59 and 1. Matter of fact, I'm curious to grab it. Let's grab it real quick. Psalms 59 and 1. Psalms 59 and 1. To the chief musician Altashtif, victim of David, when Saul sent, and they watched the house to kill him. Right? 59 and 1. Deliver me from mine enemies, O my power, defend me from them that rise up against me. Right? Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from the bloody men. Right? And that's what the spirit that Jacob was in, because Esau rose up against him, you know, and we need defense, Jacob thou worm, from Esau's you see what he got now. You see his blessing, you know, and we in that same manner. But the spotlight that I wanted to bring here, because this is all building up, it's longer than intended, is we have to fight for the blessing despite Esau coming up against us, you know, injured mentally, but the angels is with us, you know. Verse 12, and thou saidest, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. See, that's what the Most High told Jacob. You know, he said, I will surely do thee good. That's what he said. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Yahweh did. And he lodged there that same night, and he took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau his brother, and 200 she-goats, and 20 he-goats, 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 milk camels with their coats, 40 kin, 10 bulls, 20 she-asses, and 10 foals. Nice, rich present. And delivered them into the hand of his servants, every drove by themselves, and said unto the servants, pass over before me, and put a space between drove and drove. And he commanded the foremost, saying, the ones behind him, when Esau my brother meeteth thee and asketh thee, saying, whose art thou, and whither goest thou, and whose are these before thee? Then thou shalt say, They be thy servant Jacob's. It is a present sent unto my lord Esau, and behold, also he is behind us. So commanded he the second and the third, and all that followed the drove, saying, On this manner shall ye speak unto Esau, and when you find him, and say ye, Moreover, behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us, for he said, I will appease him with the presents that go up before me. After I will see his face, peradventure he will accept it. Like perhaps he may take it, you know. It says, verse 21, So went the presents over before him, and himself lodged that night in the company. And he rose up that night, because remember the company, one went with him and the other split up. And he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Jabbok. And he took them and sent them over the brook and sent over that he had. And Jacob, Salakia, that they split, and Jacob was left alone. And there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. This is Jacob wrestling with an angel, right? As it goes on to say, verse 25, And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh. Salakia. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh. He touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. You know, see, the angel had to use his power to break him. You know, I mean, to slow him down, because he couldn't prevail over Jacob. You know, because Jacob is a son of God in the flesh. You know, he's a man. Like this man, like angel had to hold on, man. You know, use his strength on him. You know, but it just goes to show you that we are a strong people. You know, in these bodies. You know, strong mentally, strong physically. You know, Jacob wrestling with an angel, man. Come on now, man. This ain't no normal man. And this was a man, you know, just, you know, we were stronger back then. Way stronger back then. You know, but this was going on. Ain't nothing new, man. Yo, listen, man. It's not, there ain't nothing impossible with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And this is all comforting. And he said, Let me go. For the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, What is thy name? And he said, Jacob, which is Yaiquat, right? Which means to trick. Could he trick Esau for the blessing? And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with the Most High and men, and hast prevailed. You know, his name was changed to Israel, Yasha Allah. As a prince hast thou power with God, right? We are the sons of Yasha Allah, right? The sons and daughters, okay? It says, And Jacob asked him, and said, Tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, Wherefore is that thou dost ask after my name? And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of that place Peniel, for I have seen the Most High face to face, and my life is preserved. You know, because, you know, the angel wouldn't light on him. You know, like, that's the Most High, you know. Hey, go down there and wrestle Jacob. You know, go down there and, you know, he gonna lock you up. The angel pushed Jacob, and we are being pushed in these bodies, you know, through whatever it is, Esau coming at us, whatever it may be. You know, you apply how you apply it. It says, apply it how you apply it, as in your walk. Things are aforetime written for our learning. It says, and as he passed over Peniel, the sun rose upon him. Remember, because it was like about, probably want to say like, damn, it was dark still, but the sun was about to rise. When Jacob hollowed, when his joint got put out, when he when it fell out, it was still dark out, right? It says, and as he passed over Peniel, the sun rose upon him, and he halted upon his thigh. Therefore the children of Israel, Salakia, it's bright. I don't know where that bright. So, therefore the children of Israel eat not the sinew with strength, which is upon the hollow of the thigh, until this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh, and the sinews that strength. You know, but the point is, you know, playing injured, wrestling injured, you know, in the face of our adversary, we will prevail. As a prince has thou power with the Most High and with men, you know, because we can contend and fight, man, you know. So keep fighting, brothers. Keep staying strong. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Till next one, I say shalom.